Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How's it going, everybody? This is the Uncanny Omar from Near Mint Condition, and I am on point today. I didn't miss it. I didn't miss that. Most of the time, I'm like, oh, what's up, everybody? Or I was eating a Danish. What is that thing called?
I'm the Astonishing Melanie.
Oh, yes,
together
sorry.
We are Omni.
Fusion.
And we're in this for Valentine's Day yesterday. Comics are my love language.
Yes, I wish I hadn't killed that fish.
If you love comics, thanks, James, for mentioning that tomorrow over via Zoom, we are going to hold our book club meeting and talk about Iron Man Demon in a Bottle. And that's at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And Phil, that's nice. I like that. To me, my minty men. What about to me, my minties?
What kind of club am I running, Phil? Now I see nothing but Channing Tatum in what's that movie called that all the ladies and dudes also like? Channing Tatum. Magic Mike. Yeah, that's what I see now. Thanks a lot, Phil. I appreciate that. Hello, good morning, Omar. How are you feeling today? I'm okay. How are you doing, man?
Do you wish you were taller?
Was a baller. I think every dude feels like they were taller.
No, that's the next line.
I wish I was a baller. Yeah, I remember that song.
I was a little bit
taller. Yeah.
If I had a girl, I would call her.
Wow, look at you.
I don't know why.
You can't understand Kendrick Lamar, but you can understand that dude.
No, it was on low and we were playing a game.
Okay.
That's why I couldn't understand. Did you go back in time and accidentally overwrite reality? How so?
I have the infinity gem, the time gem, if you will.
Do you guys do the Zoom call with cameras only, or can I potentially join and just do it? Yeah, you can.
People have joined.
So we recorded for other people on Patreon to watch afterwards. But you don't have to be on camera.
Mm-hmm. Like we had a few of our viewers that used avatars sometimes. That was always freaky when Ryan would come in with his avatar. So you always look like a cartoon character.
Oh yeah, like moving.
But then they get comfortable, But some people are at some kind of hidden location. They don't want to know where people are. Minty Men sounds like the next Captain America fights in the MCU. Omar, Melanie, if you could bring anything from the comic book world and Star Wars world into the real world, what would it be? Probably Rogue and Chewbacca. Chewbacca looks like somebody fun, like I could go to a bar with and like.
Oh, hang out with C3PO.
Oh my God, I hate that guy. I bet. Actually, I can see that you and C3PO could hang out and talk about words and languages.
Oh yeah, that would be fun. I just listened to Rob.
And me and Chewbacca would get drunk, and I'd be like, "Go rip his arms off."
I guess it's a compliment. Thank you.
Are not the Infinity Gauntlet. The gems are not. I'm so sorry. I forgot. Good morning. Getting started on the Daredevil Miller Omni this week. I actually have a couple things I need to finish reading. I need to finish reading Demon in a Bottle, and I need to finish, that's for our book club tomorrow. And I need to finish reading Daredevil Omnibus Volume 1, or Bendis and Malev Omnibus Volume 1 for Old Reader, New Reader on Tuesday. So I will be back there with Amanda on Tuesday.
Lance is going to see Captain 4.
I hope you enjoy it, man. Expectations
are low. 4.
Yeah.
I was like, why does it sound odd? Oh, I forgot the word America. Let's see. Hey, Marvel Bab.
How are you, buddy? And David Gabriel is saying hello to all you minties and thank you all for all the support and love. He's gonna head.
Really nice.
Lots of people are heading over to Comics Pro. I was gonna go, but my brother's having kind of a big surgery and he's a little scared, and I can't leave my mom alone here with him, so I will be there. Bailey, how are you, buddy? Good morning. Recent follower a few months ago. I truly enjoy how the two of you.
Wait. I've got Matthew up on the screen. Just give me a second.
That's what I'm reading.
No, you're not. Oh, you are. Oh, okay. Sorry. Go ahead.
I was like, am I going crazy? Sorry, Matthew. You truly enjoy how both of us have natural interactive banter, just like that. Like her correcting me that I wasn't reading your comments.
You said, "Hey, Bailey," and blah 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 blah.
I was just saying hi to Bailey. He understood. Sorry, Matthew.
Oh my gosh, this is so
Matthew's like,
natural.
I'm done. He's
People
like, I'm
are
out.
like, what is going? Okay. Hey, Matthew. Thank you for making Saturday mornings a bit more pleasant.
You're so welcome. Thank you for
Bailey.
being here. My random question. How much
Wolverine Omnis could you be made with the content that's been made through history?
Wow, that is a random question. I don't think I've mapped out all of Wolverine. I've mapped them out by sections and eras. We got a while to go, honestly. more than Conan and Savage Sword put together, I think. What is it? 18 plus 12 in the end. Yeah. Oh my gosh, 35? I'm just throwing that number out there. 35, man.
When will you do a Daredevil No Cindy overview?
I like to do them a week before the books come out. That one comes out March 11th, but there are 3 Omnis coming out March 11th. So Monday will be my Black Panther by Reginald Hudlin overview, and then probably the following week is when I'll do Nascentes, and then the following week will be, what's the other book? Is it Ultimate Fantastic Four that comes out, or Web of Spider-Man? I can't remember. One of the books got delayed. It's The Punisher by Rick Remender, got delayed until April. Bonjour, Omar. Bonjour, Melanie.
So for David Gabriel, tell him that we need an Uncanny X-Men Volume 6.
That's, you know, that's gonna come. That's what you wanted me to tell him. Now he's gonna be like,
tell him we love him as well, and for bringing us those Pizza Hut X-Men issues and gallery edition.
That's not a thing. So you
box set.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna ask him right now.
Okay. Tell him that we need a Golden Age Superman Volume 8. I don't think he can do anything about that. And Matthew gave a resounding yes in all caps for our natural banter, I suppose.
All right, I'm gonna ask him. We'll see. Thank you for reminding me. Lars Pearson, formerly of Wizard Magazine. Read Lars in Lars's voice, please.
Oh,
Melanie.
gosh, no, I can't.
You can do it. You're an English teacher.
I can't do it justice.
No one can do Lars justice.
I'm sitting in a pagan cafe with one of your patron supporters and must know, do you believe...
That sounds just like Lars, all snooty.
I love you, Lars. I miss you.
Like a failed college professor.
That was
I'm sorry.
mean.
That was mean, Lars. You're not here to make fun of him. I'm sorry about that.
Do you believe the first Krakoa Omni is the start of an unbroken run, or just a book in the era along with the fall?
It is the start, Lars. And that is insider information. Insider trading right there is what you're getting, Lars Pearson, formerly of Wizard Magazine and currently of Mad Norwegian Press. I feel showered with love and praise. It's not love and praise you're being showered with.
Well, Fernando's asking, will there be a Wizard Magazine Omni?
Yeah, Lars, will there be a Wizard Magazine? Snooty Pearson. Yes, that's his name. Old Professor Snooty Pearson using the big words when he's teaching basic intro to numbers. David Gabriel, please. Nope, not even ready.
What about Mexican Gwen Stacy?
Actually, I want to bring that up because Curtis and I have been talking about it for years now. That hey, you know, it could be something that if Marvel passes up on, perhaps somebody like the Library of American Comics can bring to America.
Insider information in front of hundreds of people.
Insider information. It's what I do, Lars. See, you broke me. Hey, Omar and Melanie, it's my birthday, and I got the JLA Omnibus by Morrison, some Nicole Main comics, and a few volumes of Gem and the Holograms. Hope you have a great day. I hope you have a great day, too. I was looking at your avatar since you're Mothman.
Okay.
Happy birthday.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, my friend.
Let me show you. Can't function. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mothman. Ooh, I got to sing to Mothman. Happy birthday to you and many more. Have fun. Brandon Wallace Cherish is excited about the 40th anniversary Thundercats Omni. A lot of 1980s IP is hitting their 40th anniversary this year, like TMNT, Transformers, and Ghostbusters.
Yeah, it's crazy the times that we're living in where everything old is new again. And I remember Dan, I get to see my Near Mint Collective friends tonight. Matt, how are you, buddy? That we were talking about how everything old is new in the toy aisle. Like there was no new IP in the toy aisle about 5 years ago. Everything was just Transformers, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe, Power Rangers. It seems like they were just putting out new versions of these toys. And I went a couple of weeks ago with my kids, and I see like things like, oh, Dan, we're living in different times now. We got Skibbity toilet toys and Five Nights at Freddy's.
Let's see.
All right. David Gabriel said, which one? And I told him which one. And he said, you know what? It might still come out, so don't say anything. So there you go. 5 years of waiting for that answer. I'm so sorry, but it might still come out, so I can't say what it is. Until he's like, you know what, man? We're canceling it. Never mind. It ain't happening. Black Panther by Reggie Hudlin. Yes.
And
You know who Reggie Hudlin is, Melanie?
No.
I don't know what you gonna do. You know what House Party was?
Yes.
Who was in House Party, baby?
Oh, I don't know.
I can tell you it wasn't
Kendrick.
Kendrick Lamar. All right. This is the Reggie Hudlin run. Reggie Hudlin, for people that don't know, was the gentleman that wrote the script to House Party with Kid and Play.
Oh, okay. Thanks for explaining.
I got you, baby. I got you. He also was president of BET, Black Entertainment Television, for a long time. Why did you just make that face when I said BET?
No, I'm looking at Deadpool Bad or Blood.
Okay. Yeah, that was a bad timing. Somebody's going to screen grab that and be like, Melanie.
Because you made a thing of it. Like, dude, I wasn't even looking at that. I'm looking over here at Deadpool Bad or Blood, actually.
It looks like you were looking at the book from this angle.
Okay. Sorry. Finish
So anyway,
saying,
and then he went on to write for Marvel Comics for a while. Wrote Black Panther. Wrote for a few years.
Here, hand me Deadpool, please. And then, did you get the Romita Jr. Daredevil cover on the new Omni?
Yes, that is the only one to get.
I don't see it though. Oh, it's right there.
That is, that's Typhoid Mary.
There's a girl Shatterstar?
Yeah, Shatterstorm. I think she appeared she appeared in that.
I read this. Why don't
And the back of the book. So this is the first Astonishing Omnibus. You want to see what's underneath the dust jacket? It's another piece by Romita Jr. Good thing I don't stretch the spine. Oh, it's the classic fight with the Punisher. Yeah, House Party. Logan Wayne knows what's up.
MP has all the released Black Panther omnis, but haven't read this one. Is it a good buy?
Yeah, it is. A lot of people like this one. It's easier to get into the character of Black Panther when you're starting your run with the storyline called Who is the Black Panther?
Dang nabbit, Logan.
It looked like you were looking at the book. One more saying BT, Melanie. I told you. Somebody's gonna screen grab that and say all these, like Ryan Wilson right there.
Oh hush. A dork ordered Far Sector after your video. So hyped. I love NK
Jemison books.
I didn't realize she wrote a comic.
Yeah, she did. And I'll be honest with you, she did a better job, I thought, of writing a comic. It is because you use a different part of your brain when you're writing comics, right? It's a visual medium. And a lot of people have a hard time going from books to comics. If you look at like the first 6 issues of Ta-Nehisi Coates, my daughter's reading them right now. We're going to do a video on the Black Panther, A Nation Under Our Feet. She's like, oh my gosh, this is really confusing. And I told her part of that was because he was a published author. He didn't write comics. She didn't have a problem. And it's really cute. At the end of the book, she has an afterword talking about how every night she slept next to understanding comics, which is very important. Like if you're trying to write, read, or just...
Oh, you thought you meant Lydia, and I was like, what?
No.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Oh, that's really cool.
They are matching t-shirts.
Man,
but not our merchandise.
I don't remember where I got it. It's probably like Zazzle. What are those like print on demand? I don't know. I taught as well as I could as a student teacher understanding comics.
Oh, God. John and his hard questions. All right. Rank the Iron Man artist from best to worst. You know, you're going to get enough Iron Man love tomorrow with our book club. But here we go. You got Bob Layton, Salvador Larroca, Gene Colan, Sean Chen, Don Heck, M.D. Bright, George Tuska, JR, and Adi Granov. Ooh, this is tough. Because I think, honestly, the right answer might be Adi Granov. Because he was so good that the MCU used his artwork to create, like, to do the character designs for Iron Man. And there was a reason why he's so slow, too. Like, those issues. Like, I think that's the answer. That's like throwing, like, Alex Ross in there with a bunch of artists, though. So that's kind of unfair. But that's okay. I'll allow it. And I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Bob Layton. You know what? It's grown on me. He's grown a lot on me. I really like Gene Colan. So I'm going to go with Gene Colan, then Bob Layton, then John Romita Jr., then Don Heck, M.D. Bright. Actually, I'll put M.D. Bright over Don Heck. George Tuska. George Tuska had some great artwork too, though. Tuska, Sean Chen, and last is Salvador Larroca, because that artwork during the Iron Man run is when he started doing the Lightbox artwork. Yeah. So that's the last one.
I'm trying.
Thank
to
you
find,
for the super chat, my friend.
I'm trying to find a. Okay, here we go. Ken is saying, sadly, I lost my cat, Frankly.
I'm sorry,
Died
buddy.
last night. So sad. Could use a hug. I'm getting through it, but it's hard. I'm so sorry. That.
Sorry, buddy. That sucks.
And
Matt lost his mom, like, my goodness, a couple weeks ago. Good morning, Omar. Good morning, guys. So good to see you guys on my screen today. Been having a tough couple of days, and I really appreciate this stream. So thank you both so much. I'll be honest with you, man. I had a bad night last night. Yeah, it's not easy losing someone you love, and grieving is really difficult at times. It can hit you when you least expect it. It sucks. To anybody that has lost anyone, it's like, especially somebody you were close to, or a pet, man. It's like losing, like, to a lot of people, I mean, pets are like family. Jaggernaut, how are you, buddy?
And hey, Kane, I see that you can't stay long, and people are chiming in about their opinions. Bob Layton is one of the greatest inkers of all time.
You mean Tracer? He's a Tracer. You know where that's from?
Wait, I think I do. Mallrats.
Close, very close.
Chasing Amy.
Good job. Yes.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you just go over the art? You're like a tracer? No, I embellish it. But you're just going over the pencils, huh? Sorry, Kenneth. I'm still dealing with the loss of my uncle back in October. Yeah, my buddy Lionheart lost his brother. Man, it sucks. Hey, Omar, did you know that Kentaro Miura based the designs of Guts on Rutger Hauer's character in Flesh and Bone? I saw an article on that just recently pop up. I guess it must be going around. I can see that, and of course, the character of Kenshiro, the man with the 7 wounds from Fist of the North Star, right? There's a lot of inspiration from that he drew. Without that, there is really no Berserk. But then again, without Mad Max, there's no Fist of the North Star. So inspiring art, man. You gotta love it. Any love from my boy?
Without Reboot, there wouldn't be a Mad Max Fury Road.
Actually, I kind of agree with that. And without Dan Didio, there would have been a Reboot season 4. I remember I interviewed him, and you came down here, and I'm like, come here and yell at Dan Didio after the stream was over.
Aren't you going to interview him again?
Didio?
I'm thinking of a different
maybe sometime.
Dan. No, I'm thinking of somebody else.
Oh, maybe. I haven't announced that yet, but I'd probably let's wait until he gets closer.
Okay.
Can we get a video on your action figure collection?
Thank you for the super chat.
Oh, and I just started. I am about 80%.
Yeah, on it. Yeah. So wait 5 more months and it'll be good. No, I was just kidding.
We've been here 2 years. And I'll be honest, what's really making me just go to my, I call it my sand garden. Like losing my dad. I gotta do something. If I'm not reading, I am filming. If I'm not filming, I'm editing. If I'm not editing, I'm reading. And I needed to take a break from that. So I've been doing a little more cardio outside again, and then coming here and getting lost in my figures and stuff. No dusting, nothing like that, but putting them together and putting
a couple of people asking about
but yes, I would love to do
the Starscream in the thumbnail.
Oh, that's a Masterpiece Starscream 2.0.
And there's no significance. It's just to show it off. So he's asking.
Yeah, I think so. Whenever you see a toy on my thumbnails, it's usually because I got it out of a box or I got it to put on the shelf somewhere. It's great that the Damian Wayne story with amazing art. It's great. Which one, Brandy? Brandon, not Brandy. I know Omar has at least one. I do. Oh. He's hanging out with my X-Men. I put him almost next to Emma and between her and our Cyclops. But then I'm like, I kind of like him up here hanging off because I also have to put that Sentinel together at work, so can't stay. But just wanted to chime in since I didn't see it in the thumbnail. But you have to check out The Boy Wonder by Junie Ba. So it releases this week.
It's a great Damian Wayne story.
I love Junie Ba. Junie Ba's art is freaking amazing. And Maddie and Jessica reviewed it on Old Reader, New Reader last week. Mm-hmm. So I can't wait to own it, man. They're releasing it in hardcover. The 2024 video.
We're in mid-February.
March, I think it's filmed. It's already filmed. It's just my buddy Christian is putting it together. Just flossing them figures.
What about upcoming DC videos?
There is the Batman Nightfall video coming out, the upcoming collected editions, the solicitations for DC that comes out on Patreon on Thursday, and then Friday it'll be at 6 a.m. Dom's doing that. My brother's having surgery, so Dom's been taking over the solicitation DC stuff, so I don't mind at all. It's been a great help. It kind of frees up my Thursday nights, because the problem with DC is they don't send them, like if they sent it to us at a decent amount of time, I could put a video together earlier, but they send it to us at any time. It could be, I know she knows, I have been sent the solicits, even though we're supposed to get them 24 hours ahead of time. It never happened. At 2:00 in the morning on a Saturday, or it could happen on a Thursday, which is usually when they do it. Sometimes it's like at 5 p.m. Eastern time, sometimes at 12 p.m., sometimes at like 2:00 in the morning. It doesn't matter. It's just been all over the place. So it doesn't give you, I need structure when it comes to getting these things to put videos out. And it just doesn't happen with DC, unfortunately. Maybe one day they will, though. Omar's brother is getting a Midnighter style upgrades and joining the Authority. I wish it was that kind of surgery.
No, also I was going to say. Those Dark Reign, the list one shots were great. Which was your fave? The Punisher, Daredevil, Secret Warriors, or Spider-Man, or another one?
Punisher was so ridiculous and over the top. I loved it.
Any news on the Epics announcements yet?
David said that it's been delayed because of Comics Pro, so he's got to do that and visit some Marvel offices next week. So maybe the following week we can start working on those again. I've got 3 videos filmed for Marvel in my very first Ghost Machine image breaking news that will be coming out this week. So I'm very, very humbled to be doing stuff like that for them. Howdy.
Is my
Howdy.
Catwoman video coming out this week?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Thursday.
So that's a DC video.
Oh, yeah. This coming week, yes.
So not this week.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Bailey, I think he knows where it comes from, because
it's usually
in
printed,
the front you can see.
If you look, every book, every comic does this. Books, like books without pictures. If you look at the very front, you'll see all these little tiny little text down there that you're like, I don't read that stuff. That there, the very bottom, it'll tell you where it was printed. Sometimes it tells you the name of the printer. For Marvel, they usually tell you the name of the printer. Sometimes they'll just tell you printed in China, printed in Canada, printed in Mexico. Thank you, Ariane. I hope you're doing well, my friend.
I was just wondering, since the Amazing Spider-Man Omni Volume 6 has come out and Fantastic Four Volume 6 is on its way, do you think we'll get an Avengers Omni Volume 6?
I hope so. No, when did Volume 5 come out? Last year? Right? Then they do 1, 2, 3, 4. No, that was 2 years ago. I think the next one, honestly, might be Uncanny 6, right? We got Spidey, FF. Not that there's any kind of given order to these things, but it might be Uncanny 6.
The first thing that impressed me about Omar was his toy collection.
Yeah, where you at now, Ryan? It ain't my fault you didn't impress no ladies when you bring them over to your house and you're showing them all your action figures. Just don't dust them, man. They'll make fun of you. Omar, do you have all the all-color High School of the Dead? Yes, I do. There's 2 of them, 2 hardcovers. High School of the Dead. Was it? I think it was Tokyo Pop that released them, right? Comics Pro, NFL Pro.
Super Pro event in disguise. And after the Super Bowl, you can't make this up. It all lines up.
Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that.
That Nacinti Omni looks nice.
Yeah, I'm really excited for it. I'm excited for people to read it for the first time and either love it or complain about it.
Did King Conan Volume 2 Omni get released through Marvel or Titan?
Not yet. Titan, it's been delayed, and Marvel stopped with 1. Like Volume 1, that was it.
A monster that doesn't want to knock him over. Golly. Good for you, MP, if you dust your figures.
It gives them character, MP.
Will Dawn of X Omni mapping be adjusted according to what Tyler was saying the other day? Will they change Omni covers so it's different from Hickman's Omni?
I have let them know about they know everything I've told them about the mapping and how important it is to people. Everybody's going to have a different opinion when it comes to mapping, though, including myself. I know when Peter and I have talked, we talked about mapping. We don't agree with each other's mapping. So it's best to just wait and see what they're gonna do. I know that there is an actual definitive reading order that the editor put together, and the editor still works at Marvel, so all it is just a matter of reaching out and asking. It really isn't affected at the very beginning. How you can read them by story arcs, but I do like the fact that they're kind of intertwining the stories together. Later on, though, especially when you get to Fall of X, that's when you really need it.
Given the first Krakoa Omnis are announced, what do you think won't be collected?
In the Krakoa Omnibus?
Or do you mean in general, like storylines?
Or you mean like by creator? If you're talking by creator or series, I don't think we'll ever get like a Fallen Angels collection or maybe like a Vita Ayala New Mutants. I don't think we'll get that. It's not X-Men, and unless they, the creators blow up and their names become huge and everybody starts talking about them and they'll big in demand. I don't see collections like that being collected by themselves. I think it'll be X-Men by so-and-so, X-Men by so-and-so, unless it's a big name. Because I don't think even Hellions wasn't an omnibus, was it? No, it was just an oversized hardcover.
Let's see. Omar, do you see how divisive the critics are versus the movies goers? Rotten Tomatoes rating for Captain America Brave New World is the critics gave it 53% and the movie goers gave it 80%.
Movie critics are dead, including myself. What kind
of answer is that?
I think anybody can be a movie critic is the problem.
Oh, okay.
Seriously, I have a YouTube channel. What makes me think? I didn't go to film school. It's my opinion, right? But there's a little bit of truth behind that statement. Well, like anybody that has a YouTube channel, has a following, can start reviewing movies. I think of classic reviewers, and how they ended up Siskel and Ebert, right? Like how they both came together because they came from different magazine or newspapers. Sorry. I don't know. I tend to think that the audience has more fun in the movie. Like I had a lot of fun with it. I thought it was a fun movie. I didn't think it was a great movie or a good. It was just middle of the road for me.
Who do you guys think the new faces of MCU will be moving forward? It used to be Cap and Iron Man. Going forward, I'm thinking Fantastic Four and X-Men.
It'll be if it's X-Men, it's gonna be a long time. They gotta it's gotta be Spider-Man, right? It's gotta if they still have that what's his name, Tom Holland. If they still have Tom Holland, absolutely.
Happy Saturday, Omar. Thank you for the super chat. Any updates for new releases on Star Wars Legends Omnibus front? I'm sorry, on the Star Wars Legends Omnibus front. Clone Wars and Legacy and high expectation as always.
Maybe sooner than you think for Star Wars Omnis. Be worse than Andy.
I'd be worse than Andy Bernard from The Office reviewing movies. All right, you guys, I'm showing Inglourious Bastards in film studies because I just showed clips and they wanted to watch the whole movie. And I was like, okay, I'll put it on permission slip to watch it. And it just always takes me out, BJ Novak being in the movie. All I can see is just him as his character in The Office being in this Quentin Tarantino movie. And speaking blast of Cyclops, you guys, the Darskis little zine that he has published for free that you get once about the comic book shops every issue. I feel like I only own one of them. No, I own two. Every issue has a joke about Cyclops on the front cover. It says something about what turns Cyclops on in the bedroom. Tell you what,
this is the Saturday morning stream.
I'm messing up the joke though. Something about them being married. It's
him and oh man, Melanie.
I messed up the joke.
The way Melanie tells stories and jokes is she starts at the beginning, which is a good place to start. She laughs really hard, tells you the ending, and then goes, wait, and forgets to tell you the middle part of the setup. That is my wife's type of humor.
What's the best and most cost-effective way to collect the first 10 or so issues of X-Men?
Cost-effective? Epic Collection. There's Epic Collection of the first... What is that one called? Not Second Genesis. It's I cannot remember what it's called, but it's also in the X-Men by Jim Lee and Chris Claremont Omnibus, but that's out of print right now. But it will be in the X-Men Blue and Gold Omnibus.
Where's your Beast of Burden?
I've got it over there. Right over there on that shelf.
Okay.
10-year-old girl, Chi Sweet Home, Yotsuba.
Yeah.
Yotsuba's adorable for kids. Gone, G-O-N, if you can get that. A lot of it is, I think a lot of it is still in print. What's Michael is hilarious. I think that's a good manga for kids. Dr. Slump, if you can find it. There was a huge reprint after Kira Toriyama passed away, and then it became hard to find again, but then they did another reprint of it. Yeah, I'm a fan of all age manga too. I'm trying to think of some classic stuff by Tezuka. I grew up watching Astro Boy, so I want to say Astro Boy, but there might be elements of something that hasn't aged well in Astro Boy that I can't remember. 10 years old. Alicia was reading that kind of stuff though. What's the other one that she really liked? It's the same person that did Chi Sweet Home. I can't remember. It's another one with the cats.
I love Omnis, but does anybody else miss the indexes from the bottom of the first page of each issue? There's just a white space where it should be.
Oh, that's kind of like
saying indexes.
Maybe that's what they're called. This, it's like
indices.
You're the English master. Look, that right there from like at the very bottom. There's a bunch of text telling you where it was printed. Copyright
but
stuff.
It's still there
in the omnibus, but every first page of the issue. So every issue had that at the bottom.
Is it bigger than a trade?
No, it's the dimensions of a trade paperback. It's just
actually
that's what they call their omnibus. So this is a deluxe edition. So it's the size of a omnibus, right? And then this is the Beast of Burden here.
There you go. Don't wanna be your Beast of Burden.
It's a good book though. If you haven't read it, I really like Beast of Burden.
I don't know the rest of it. I just know that one line. X-Men Epic Collection, Legacies or Bishop's Crossing?
Thank you. Somebody else has said that too.
Wait, I think there's a question though.
That's what it's called.
Okay. So X-Men Epic Collection.
Bishop's Crossing.
Okay, thank you.
For epics, you would need Mutant Genesis. That was the one. And Bishop's Crossing to get 1 through 10.
And Eric doing Cruel Angel.
And Eric is telling you what the Zdarsky joke was. How thick is the third volume of I Hate Terry?
10 ways to drive Cyclops wild in bed. Tip 1, don't be his wife. Yes! Thank you. Oh, that's way Thank you, Eric. I even meant to take a screenshot and put it up today, but I didn't have time.
How thick is it's only 10 issues. It's only 10 issues. Do not read Garth Ennis's Cross. Don't highlight that.
You're welcome, Bar. Oh, okay.
Still not in
I still don't know how to say it.
Indicia?
No, well, C&I makes a sound.
It's got to be based on
Indicia?
Derived from the Latin, right?
Derived from the Latin. Any upcoming...
I think that might have been the smartest thing I've said all month, and I get made fun of. Oh, no, it's the Saturday morning stream.
I just watched Rob Words about recreating the English alphabet, so that's more effective. Any upcoming Superman or Super Family collected editions you're going to announce soon, Omar?
Oh, I don't get to announce for DC, but we'll get to see it in the catalog. I know that there are 2 Superman Omnis that I know are coming. I don't know if they'll be in this catalog or not, though. And that comes from the editors and the creators.
I didn't. Did you watch? I got you, baby. Did you watch the iZombie TV series?
I started to. I never did finish it. And by started to, I only did like 3. The catalog says volume 3 had 20 issues. It doesn't. It only has the first 10 issues. I even in my overview that comes out tomorrow or Monday. No, it comes out Monday. I even asked people if there's more because I'm curious. Like, yeah, they were wrong.
It's Cosmo Shop time.
So if you live in Canada and you want to go to Montreal, Quebec, but you don't have to. That's their physical storefront. bdcosmos.com. They offer 25% off your orders of 99 Canadian dollars or more. Free shipping everywhere in Canada for every order of 250 Canadian dollars or more. And let them know Near Make Industries sent you their way. You'll be added to the monthly $25 gift card raffle Entries are for valid and new and returning customers. That's.
Oops, I'm saying what? Well, it's
Got one job.
BD Cosmos with rewards and raffles taking care of customers in Canada. Pew pew. Oh, what you do?
I had to play that again because you messed that up.
Uh-huh.
And at this moment, smash that like button, please. Goes a long way for us here on the channel. I want to start reading some
Mr.
Nightwing.
Treetop wants to start reading some Nightwing stuff. I just wanted to say that.
All you need is a monocle, my friend.
Where do y'all think is the best place to start?
Chuck Dixon's run. Absolutely. Tom Taylor's is great. I think it's a phenomenal run, but the best place to start is Chuck Dixon's run. That's not it.
Look at I know, but look at this cover.
Oh, yeah.
I was just I noticed it this morning that
he's
I love
phenomenal.
It. That's so cool.
But really, the jumping on point when he becomes his own man is
that's a good picture.
All right. Well, if that's the stuff you want, then yeah, definitely Tom Taylor's run.
You think I could read volume 6 and follow what's going on?
No.
Well,
I don't know. The way you tell jokes, maybe.
I don't need continuity.
This is the Saturday stream where girls have cooties.
Where's the Deadpool? Oh, it's over there. Okay.
I know a lot of stuff, Ryan. I know why your parents kicked you out of the house. I just don't say everything. Tomorrow is my 42nd birthday.
Yay!
Wishing for New Mutants Volume 6 and Defenders Volume 8 to win the epic reprint poll. Well, James.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, first of all.
To you. Happy birthday, dear James. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
And that reprint poll will be done sometime, hopefully in early April. Joshua, are you awake? Where's Joshua?
Yes, we're rocking out with Alf.
Where's Joshua from? Do you remember?
No.
I can't remember either.
Where are you from, Josh? Why does X-Force Omni 1 only have material from annual? Is that annual one? Thank you, William, for the super chat.
X-Force Volume 1. Why does it have material from annual 1? Because that's part of the Shatter. Oh, because Shattershot is not collected in there. That's why. Shattershot is collected in the Shattershot hardcover. Well, I thought they really did put it in here, though. You're talking about this omnibus, right? So there's a crossover called Shattershot, and mapping was so different back then. And if you go to right here, that story's not in this book. That story's collected in the Shattershot omnibus, or oversized hardcover that is out of print, and that's what people were asking about. And man, that's a bit of a mess. And the problem is that books like this were mapped differently back then. So when it's reprinted, they still use the same mapping.
Joshua's from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
All right. And Minneapolis in the house.
They are still coming out with that second Dixon Nightwing compendium, right?
Yes, that's still in the works or in the catalog.
Do you think Titan Savage Sword of Conan Trade will be collected in a deluxe oversized hardcover, keeping that beautiful magazine?
Oh gosh,
format?
I hope so. And I hope it's at least 3 of them. Or no, how many is in that first one? 4. So I say 10 of them.
I think Piccolo's my favorite. I like Boma.
Future Trunks, dude.
Oh, well, yeah.
He's the man.
But I think
cut Frieza in half and then chop him with a beat of
I really like
pieces.
Goku. Like,
yeah, Goku's kind of stupid though.
Yeah, that's why I like him. Jay Tiffany wants to thank you for including on your book reviews where the book fits in reading order, what's missing in the run.
Oh, you are so welcome. And honestly, it just comes from sometimes my own OCD. Like, where am I going to put this?
William's saying yes, it doesn't have the entire angle.
Correct. That is collected in the Shattershot crossover. I'm surprised. I bet if they were to remap that book now, they would include it in there because Shattershot just doesn't. You don't need the other books to enjoy Shattershot. It's not the greatest, but it does have some early Greg Capullo artwork too. Hello, Omar, Melanie. Hope you're doing well. Any idea what Web of One does not have a similar spine to the other numbered classic volumes? Can Marvel just stick to one design? Actually, I was looking at the designs of every one of the books this round. They're all different, man. Like, you've got the classic design, right? got the classic design, and then Web Up doesn't. What worries me is Web Up doesn't have a volume 1 anymore. Man, it doesn't worry me. I kind of know why. Probably volume 2 will be like, they'll be calling it something else. But despite of how you feel about Ultimate Fantastic Four, I really like that design on the spine for Ultimate Fantastic Four. It's pretty cool. But I mean, that's different than the classic Doctor Strange and Black Panther.
Zdarsky's explanation.
We still on that?
Yes. Of how he went to visit the set of Fantastic Four, and then he goes off about how Ben is like OCD about the number 4, and he only has 4 fingers, and it was just all this BS. It was amazing. Okay, Future Trunks is up there for me too. I like Goku when he isn't written to be too dumb.
Dude, he's written dumb a lot.
Yeah. Can't believe how much the Shattershot OHC now goes for on eBay when a copy even pops up there. So glad I grabbed it when I had the chance.
I mean, this will happen, right? Like 10 years from now will be something else, because supply and demand, right? Because I love the people that
I'll come back to you, Bailey.
Like, and I see the comments that show up like, oh, I can't wait for this to be at Ollie's. Right. It will be at Ollie's. Maybe. I don't know. They are printing closer to the pre-order numbers, but you find it at Ollie's. And then 5 years from now, someone will want a copy of that book. Supply and demand, man. That's the way this has always worked. Except like things like Planet of the Apes or like those 1960 books. I don't see them reprinting those ever.
Do all the Moon Knight Omnis tie into each other like the Daredevil ones do?
No. Do you mean like it ends on a cliffhanger and then the next person takes over? $2,600 on. Is it got free shipping at least? Can you clarify what that means? Who was asking that? I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'll go back up.
Like tying into each other, like it's the same character you're following.
Bailey.
Or
Bailey was asking.
Yeah. Let me know what you meant, Bailey. Or you mean like the previous writer leaving it on a cliffhanger for the new writer? Mine was okay. How was your week, baby?
It was fine. Thank you for asking. Though.
Thank you, buddy.
Right, like how the writers pick up where the one left off.
Nope. I can tell you, Doug Mench's introduction in the 90s, Moon Knight. He's straight up throwing shade, man. He was like, looks like I'm the only one that can write Moon Knight. He's talking about Chuck Dixon's run on Moon Knight and who was it? J.M. DeMatteis's run. And some people would agree with that, you know? Yeah.
Has the Fantastic Four Full Circle Expanded Edition been released yet?
Yes, but for some reason, some stores didn't get it. I don't know why.
Is the Hulk Peter Allen David volume? Wait, Allen? No, what's his name?
Peter Allen David.
Oh, okay, I'm right. Volume 1 reprint coming this summer. I heard you mention it, but I couldn't find it online.
X Factor is the one that's coming back this summer, not that one.
Jed McKay's Moon Knight is really great.
It is.
And
seriously.
what about Dixon's Moon Knight?
Oh, that was my Moon Knight. Yeah, that was my Moon Knight growing up. But here's the thing, like, in the 90s, a lot of creators, you know, would use the very tropey and stereotypical Latin American island dictators as their villains, just like the movies. So if you like canon movies, yeah, man, Chuck Dixon's run is great. I dug it. I thought he simplified the character, right? He took away all the complexity, all the things that made him kind of a nightmare to read, like all the different, you know, Mark Spector. It's just Mark Spector, right? Alan Grant and all that is gone. So I dug it. I thought it was a fun run. And it's not for everybody, and I get it. And then when Terry Cavana took over the book, it wasn't good, but it had some great artwork. Hola a todos, hi Omar and Melanie. Sorry I'm late to the party. You arrived just on time.
And where does Busey Perez Avengers run rank in your top Avengers runs of all time?
It's the best run of all time.
Oh, there you go.
It's my favorite Avengers run.
Are you a fan of the Resident Alien comics? Have you watched the TV show?
I was just talking to a good friend of mine about the Resident Alien. It's got Alan Tudyk, and I heard it's a fun series. But I haven't read the comic, honestly.
Did you mean Stephen Grant? Because
Stephen Grant. I said Alan Grant, not the
okay.
writer. Thank you. Yes, I did.
Do you think Amazing Spider-Man volumes will line up with the Black Costume Saga Omnibus?
No, they'll be double dipping, triple dipping in some cases. Feeling 90s were actually good. A lot of these great runs started in 89 and ended in the early 90s. Much like every era of comics, I think it definitely had its ups and it definitely had its downs. And there was a reason why myself and a lot of us left in the mid 90s. It got bad. But the way I see it, Ryan, like it got bad for me, but it was the beginning of somebody else's journey in the comics. I think that's wonderful. Like I that's the thing I love about comics is that just because I think it's bad doesn't mean that everybody thinks it's bad, right? Like it was just why I decided to leave. And that's probably comes with age too, just realizing I'm 46 years old. Not everybody's going to like the same things I do. To me, comics will never be as good as they were when I was a kid. That was the golden age of comics to me. Nothing will ever beat X-Men in the Outback years.
Johnny's asking if Terry Cabana ever wrote anything good. Who's Terry Cabana?
He's the gentleman that I told, hey, I like The Crossing. And he's like, no one has ever said that to me.
Oh, I bet you
he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
He was an editor, so he must have written some good things, right?
A new question. I fear still beginning with collection Omnibus, but I feel that is a printing and a paper quality difference with older and newer Marvel. Is this in fact the case, or am I wrong?
I like your Michael Turner, Cara Zor-El. I feel that it is a printing and paper quality difference. There is you're talking about like the first ones that were coming out. Marvel had to figure out how to make these big books. So the first printing of Fantastic Four and X-Men, like my Uncanny X-Men, which I'll never get rid of, still up on my shelf. That has yellowing paper. So they had to find like the right paper stock that won't yellow and won't age like that anymore. So the second printing, if you look at the second printing of Uncanny, it's a lot better. If you look at the second printing of Amazing Spider-Man Volume 1, it's a honker. Like it's chonker. It's huge. Because they were trying out a new paper stock that was way too big, way too thick. And when you're using glossy paper stock, that weighs the book down. So they had to find something that was kind of in between. So the Donnelly printer, I think has perfected a big book like that with glossy paper stock. Now some
you've got to compliment really quick.
You're 46, Dan. You look. Oh, thank you, man. I really appreciate that. That means a lot, especially when my age. The iMac printer have really thin paper, right? So that
Juggernaut. I'm sorry, I thought he was.
That meant that they were now trying to keep the prices down by cutting corners. But it's also about like how much can you keep the price down before the paper stock becomes too thin, right? If I don't have it anymore, but like that Conan Omnibus by Busiek and Spider-Man, the second printing by JMS, those probably had the worst of the like paper stocks, the thin paper stock. And if you look at DC now, DC doesn't even use glossy paper stock for their Omnis. They use like a satin paper stock. It bothers some people. It doesn't bother. It's over. When you don't look at Dave, I appreciate that, Kyle. There's the compliment I was fishing for.
Daredevil by Soul or X Factor Peter David Volume
1? Peter David Volume 1. But I'm an X-Men guy, though. I'm sure a lot of people would say Soul. Soul is the only guy that has written Daredevil that has actually been a lawyer.
Ooh.
So there's some attorneying fun for that.
Look, it's the Uncanny Omar super fan.
Hey, I like that name.
Do you guys like the Radiant Black comic book series? Years ago, I read the first couple issues and I did like it.
Yeah,
and then
I
just forgot to read it.
The massive verse. Yeah, I like it. It's fun.
Would it be possible to have the Thunderstrike issues included a Thor by DeFalco?
You darn right. I'm going to push for that if we ever get a Thor DeFalco omnibus. Oh my gosh, that would be awesome.
Are there any omnis for the current Krakoa era of X-Men? There will be.
Are you announcing some?
I thought it was announced.
No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, there's the Dawn of X that is coming out. That's everything in chronological order. They're doing a Jerry Dugan omnibus and something else that I haven't announced yet. Spectacular 1 had very bad thin paper. It's really annoying when reading. I don't remember Spectacular 1. I do remember Amazing 1 that I was like, wow, this is some really thin paper. So I think they've gotten better, and they don't use the iMac printer as much. But then again, that's in, where is that, Turkey? So who knows what's going to happen with, I don't want to talk about tariffs, but I mean that is part of the publishing business, is trying to find the printers that will put these books out there.
I wasn't listening when you answered. Is Dawn of X first?
Yes, okay. Dawn of X is the very first one. What's up, Shonda Sook? How you doing, baby?
I've been building up my collection of epics and wondering why no Alpha Flight volumes have been released. Do you think any particular reason why, or can we hope to maybe see this at some point?
They want you to buy the omnibus. No, I'm just kidding. I think they will come. I think, actually, Alpha Flight, David and I talked about Alpha Flight like 4 years ago, so I know it's in the works. But it's also like a matter of like what needs to come out, what needs to be reprinted, like and finding the right schedule for it. They're about to wrap up a couple of series. I think Captain America being one of them. That's crazy, man. It's been a cool 12 years of epic collections.
How are you liking All Stars comics republished in the DC Finest? I heard you put Justice Society of America as #1 team. Did you already read all those Star comics?
The All Star comics? Oh, I love. I did. I read all that already. They came out in single. When I couldn't find the trade paperbacks, I had to read the single issues.
That's a cool story, Bailey.
I do remember.
We parked right next. You parked right next to Bailey at Lexington Comic Con. When was the last time we went? That was.
I gotta go and pick up some press passes for those girls.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then I may end up going just for because Mark Waid's gonna be there, and so is Jeff Loeb.
I just clicked on Ryan's comic. Currently reading the Daredevil Volume 1 by Mark Waid.
Ryan Bragg, is that Zidane?
Okay.
From Final Fantasy.
Yeah. Who's going to be there? Mark Waid.
Mark Waid, John Romita Jr., and Jeff Loeb. I know we're going to be there. Somebody else, I can't remember. There's like a John Romita Jr. experience. It's $275.
Wow.
But you you jump in the hot tub with him.
Oh, wow.
And he signs your comics as you're both bathing.
Let's see. Did Bendis' Guardians Volume 2 get canceled?
Postponed. That and Captain Marvel by Kelly Thompson Volume 2.
Bill Mantlo was an attorney, and he wrote Daredevil #140.
Back to the wall of shame for me. Thank you, Mystery Channel.
Are there any other omnis you suggest to read alongside Chip Zdarsky's Daredevil? I'm thinking about King in Black, but are there others that would add to the story?
To the Daredevil story, or the just Marvel story in general?
I would say.
I think you would probably have
Zdarsky's Daredevil was running.
Yeah, if you're interested in that event, yeah, go for the King in Black omnibus. But if you want to check out Venom, the Venom by Donny Cates omnibus has the King in Black story in there.
Oh, Marvel in general. Sorry, Marvel in general.
Oh, Marvel in general. To help with the Zdarsky story, Punisher by Jason Aaron, I think would help you. It's not an omnibus though; it's a trade paperback. That helps to something that happens in Volume 2.
There were a lot of Avengers and Spider-Man involved.
Yeah, King in Black, I think, would be good. But what's the other crossover that happens in between there? No, Devil's Reign. Devil's Reign is part of the... there is a Devil's Reign omnibus, too, if you want to know all those little miniseries that aren't included in there. Speaking of JR, you could interview him. He's a really nice guy. I have his email.
An interview.
He is a super nice guy. Really, really friendly. I got to talk to him for a little bit at Heroes Con, which we need to apply for all these press passes. I keep forgetting.
Well, then I'm gonna forget too.
Yeah, I need to hire secretaries. What I need to do.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea.
That was being facetious.
Ryan, did you watch Danzig's 08's Attack Only run on Final Fantasy 9? I suggested it's a great watch. Do you think there's a good chance that DC might reprint New Teen Titans Omnis Volumes 2 and 3? I'm really tempted to get the Finest, but I prefer omnibus format.
I think those will come. And then hopefully we'll get a Volume 6, and hopefully they'll continue with them. Devil's Reign, yeah. That's the one if you want to find out about other characters.
Hey, Max, what's shaking, Sizzle Cheeks?
What's that even mean, man?
Oh, that's awesome, Logan.
Oh, is he really John Romita Jr.? That's great. I do have to say, I like how he changes his style up. It's never really the same. Honestly, depending on the ink or two.
I love Zdarsky so much. It's my favorite Batman.
Well, the next Batman run is Jeff Loeb and Jim Lee, right? Hush.
So that's
Two?
gonna be good. Let's see. Hey, Omar and Melanie. Just want to say thanks for being so positive and welcoming. I first found your channel looking for info about Moon Knight. I haven't looked back since. Oh, that's so sweet. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Max.
Thank you so much,
Aww.
man.
And Spike started reading comics this year because of Marvel Rivals, and you guys have been amazing.
Oh, that's
awesome.
Oh man, now that makes me happy, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if people know or not, but we're on TikTok, and Tina randomly asked me, she's like, people are asking about magic, and I'm like, Ileana? Okay, and that video blew up. I had no idea so many people cared about Ileana. I got excited, and then it turns out that it was because of Marvel Rivals. Somebody left a comment, like, I'm like, oh, that makes sense. But you know what? Whatever makes people check out comics, that's wonderful.
That sounds like a fun job.
Yo, though, man, that invisible woman outfit in Marvel Rivals, though, very nice.
Did you see Vanilla Icy's comment?
I'll be your secretary. We can get drunk and read. That would be so bad. You see us passed out here in the basement. When'd you guys get done today?
Each of y'all's favorite Batman runs. I will include the cartoon in mine. Can that be a run?
Oh yeah, Paul Dini's run. That's good.
Oh, that's who I was thinking of. I got confused earlier when you looked at me. Oh my gosh. I was thinking of that.
I know. I can read your mind.
Okay. Anyway,
it's got to be something from my
Paul Dini.
It's got to be something from my childhood. So I got to go with Norm Brayfogle, Alan Grant, Chuck Dixon, Graham Nolan, Jim Aparo is my favorite Batman artist.
I don't have like fond memories of reading Hush or The Long Halloween. They weren't bad. It's not like I'm like, oh, I want to read it again. I don't know. You recommend Marvel Empire Omnibus? I'm about to buy it.
It's okay. Honestly, it's okay. But that's the thing. Like, on my channel, I don't really tell people what to buy or what not to buy because I think you should experience it for yourself. There are people that really like it. I think like Peter really likes it, but I don't. I thought it was kind of dull, but he really likes it. So it shows you that there's a difference of opinion. Hey, Mr. Cobb, where you been? Good to see your smiling faces on Saturday and talk about comics in between jobs and appreciate the positive vibe. Love you guys. Love you too, man. Haven't seen you for a minute.
Yeah, Dancing 08. DANSG 08.
Finish watching this video first, Ryan. Priorities, my friend. Priorities.
James, thank you. James is the secretary.
Yeah, James is the secretary. I forgot about the AMA.
How did we forget? I used to put a monthly reminder on my phone. And I did it for this month. Because
there's just so much going on. And then I'm going to be missing 2 Saturdays on.
I'm going to set a reminder right now.
In March. Yeah, the ladies are taking over the first Saturday in March. It's going to be you, Amanda, Maddie, and Tina. And I'll ask Oddfell if she wants to join. Marvel Rivals has really brought new young fans to Marvel. And that's wonderful. Magic has a nice costume and sword. Oh, yeah. Do you think any more Hulk-specific villains will appear in the MCU? I hope to see Madman, Half-Life, and Flux. Oh, I mean, they do have a ton they can choose from. I think we'll see some.
At this point, it might not be a vote. It might just be according to their schedule. I think it's going to have to just be like, okay, well, this is when we're doing the AMA. And if you're not able to join the AMA, that's on the $7.77 tier. Omar records it and posts it on Patreon for people to watch. So.
Magic was the first character I tried. That's awesome, man.
Oh, and I'm glad you like the new Spider-Man show. I only saw a few minutes of it. Omar is watching it.
Not a fan of the animation, but
yeah,
I was watching it. I'm only seeing.
I'm glad you like it, Spike.
First 2 episodes so far. I think Amanda and I are reviewing it next Wednesday at 8 p.m. That's a live video too. Omar, I'm watching, dude, Cobra Kai, man.
He showed me.
Manly eye sweat.
The only part I need to watch, 3 scenes. I'm like, okay, I'm good. Yep, that's it. Oh, man, it was awesome.
You're all right, Lawrence. Oh, man, that made me tear up so bad. Oh, and then the end. I don't want to spoil what happens, but it just brings it back home. No, you didn't see it. What happens at the very, very end.
Why didn't you show me that part?
Because you were like, that's enough. I want to do Canda.
Oh, I did say that. It made me get up and practice. I need to be practicing daily, so I got up and practice martial arts.
That's love right there. If you're watching me instead of Cobra Kai,
I'm
gonna miss that show.
I was critiquing Johnny's fighting moves.
You're
Long
such
Legs finally hit Hulu yesterday. Oh, I want to watch that. And I watched it. Okay, why is modern horror so insistent on being boring with long drawn out shots?
You know why?
I like that.
You know
It's
why?
like they have to stretch the plot out to fill a runtime goal.
I'm gonna tell you why. You can thank A24 for that in movies
I
like
love A24. I want
Of
to see
course you
friendship.
do.
Oh, that looks so weird and awkward.
I get yeah, I know. Like my brother gets mad at me when I'm like, I thought Hereditary was okay. How could you think it's just okay? It's brilliant. I think Toni Collette was brilliant. I just think it was a boring movie. I like, yeah. I'm not even that like snooty with my horror. I just it's things like that that got this new horror franchise or American horror thinking like we need to be long and drawn out and have long scenes.
I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, think of like, well, is it too much like The Sixth Sense? Those scenes lasted a long time comparatively for the day.
I'm not the biggest fan of The Sixth Sense.
I like The Sixth Sense. What Tina saying sitting in
long silences, but
and nurse people, and that's kind of like I like it making me feel something, experience.
I mean, that was the old school style of filming, though. Like there are long shots, but there are long shots for a purpose. It feels like most of these horror movies, like he's talking about, just do it for the sake of like,
oh yeah,
padding it
like
out.
If it's not, yeah, I see what you're saying. MNM25 Chango.
Hey,
Melanie,
where you been, man? You better have been working. You better have been working.
You're just in time for Walt's Comic Shop.
I enjoy cheesy slashers. I like cheesy slashers, and I like psychological horror. I actually introduced my wife and my kid and her friends to The Exorcist. They had never seen it.
Yeah, they watched it. That
it's a classic, man. I watched that when I was 7 years old, and you like I probably should not have seen it at that age. My brother.
Long shot, you say? Okay.
A long shot. Oh yes, if you live in Europe and you're interested in purchasing any of these big books we've talked about on the channel, check out Walt's Comic Shop. They're based out of Berlin, Germany. And they have a website, waltzcomicshop.com. Flash shipping rates for €12 for all EU countries, and emails answered within 24 hours. They have a great selection of out-of-print books, and if you tell them Near Mint Condition sent you their way, all one word at the checkout, you get free shipping for your next order after your first one. But I think they're doing something a little bit different, but whatever it is, it's going to be good for you all.
Walt's Comic Shop,
That's
your reliable source for omnis and premium collected editions in Europe. Ting, ting, ting.
Night of the Comet is a classic, man. I did watch the Black Phone. I thought it was okay. I liked what did I watch? Barbarian. I thought Barbarian was good. I liked Companion. I just saw that last week. I thought that was a good movie. What's the one with Hugh Grant? It came out late last year. Not Hereditary. Heretic? No, Heretic was pretty good.
What are some comics involving samurai that you like? My son has really been wanting to read a samurai-themed comic. He's 12 years old.
12 years old.
Usagi's
the one, yes. And I think at 12 years old, Usagi is perfect. There are deaths, but they're still cartoony deaths, and there are mature themes that aren't in your face about being mature. That's what the beauty of something like Usagi is. Maybe not Lone Wolf and Cub, not quite yet. Not Blade of the Immortal. Not Ronin. I'm trying to think of something else that they could read. Not Vagabond. Unfortunately, a lot of like the samurai manga or comics are mature themes because it's hacking and slashing.
People saying Heretic.
Heretic, yeah, that was good. I like that one.
What about Subnautica?
I don't know. Which one's Subnautica?
Eddie, I loved The Substance. Oh, it did. It was over the top awesome.
I'll tell you my experience watching The Substance.
I watched it. I didn't watch it with them. I watched it by myself.
So I'm watching it with Amanda and my brother. And me and my brother are laughing our butts off. And she's like horrified. And I'm like, I feel like this is a comedy for men and a horror movie for women. That was my experience watching Substance.
It's so gross.
I was just laughing my butt off, man.
Oh, man. I was reading Usagi Yojimbo before I was 12 years old, and I'm still collecting them down.
Yeah, it's good, man. It's a classic. Dan Sakai.
I was just thinking earlier, Max, that I need to go back to the comic book store. The only single issue I haven't read that I bought like last month is my Best of Princess Celestia, My Little Pony. See, I read them in class when it's during the journal time. I give the students the choice to read once a week instead of write. And the past couple of weeks, we haven't had journal time.
I'm just starting Berserk, and I'm having a really hard time understanding what people see in this manga. Are you with the little fairy, the little puck fairy? Because yeah, me too.
I like him.
I know you do, but if you
get into the golden age when it goes into it does a flashback,
but it's a flashback for like
forever.
13 volumes,
and it's awesome. And then I think the pacing and the tone of the story hits a good balance once then it goes back to the present, as opposed to like that's when he was first starting off, and it is a little rough, especially no spoilers at all, but just like in general, like to show the guts is so I can't think of words, that he's so distraught and scarred and such, like he's such a jerk, more than a jerk, and then he like turns and a single tear like it gets better.
I always tell people
yes, I'm at the fairy part.
Yeah, it's annoying. I don't like that either. A lot of people do. A lot of people are like, you have to have a balance in this dark, horrible world, and you throw Puck in there. For me, I tell people, if you're not enjoying it by the Tankobon Volume 5 of the Tankobon, which would be Volume 2 of the deluxe edition, like halfway point, it may not be for you. And that's okay. Not every story is for everyone.
Deluxe Volume 2.
Yeah, deluxe edition Volume 2. I think if you're not enjoying it by then, when it starts telling his backstory, then it may not be for you. And there's plenty of other things that are out there that you can enjoy.
Just like Starman. It's a good story.
You almost made me freaking...
I'm saying it's a good story.
Why'd you have... Starman is a masterpiece.
I just couldn't get into it.
Why
aren't you getting mad about Berserk?
It's so good. I know, but Berserk is...
Or what about... I only read like the first 3 pages of...
The first 3 pages.
Something about...
You're as bad as some of these commenters. Like, I saw a review on this book and it sucks. What?
Shit, what? I can't remember it.
Not you guys. Definitely not you guys watching live. I'm talking about the other commenters.
That's awesome.
Starman is beautiful, man.
It is. I'm sure. I read it. I just...
It's okay. Starman, Robot Master from Manga. Where's my daughter so she could get that reference? Omar, Melanie.
Your least favorite comic, single issue runner series.
The one that you'll never... Oh, Trouble is up there. Trouble is up there.
Get that.
There is no...
No, it's not my least favorite. I'm just saying that reminds me I'm a sucker. For Rob Liefeld, I'm like, oh, it's Deadpool. I'm going to buy it. And then I don't like it. And I'm going to buy it now.
You don't have to worry about it anymore.
The last... whatever was in the comic book store single issue wise that was Rob Liefeld, I did not buy it. I refrained.
3 strikes is all she gets. That was strike number 1, man. No love for Starman. What is up with that? Well, Rob Liefeld is not going to work on Marvel or Deadpool anymore. This might be
Says who?
Says Rob Liefeld for the 5th time.
Yeah, so it's all good.
He means it this time. Because Kevin Feige does not respect comic creators. Because he didn't get invited to the after party. But you know who got invited to the after party? Fabian Nicieza. So I find that really interesting.
Well, you know what? That's their own personal business. I don't feel like I should need to comment on who's invited to what party. And
the Terrifier series is so fun, man. I laugh my butt off.
Is that with the
on
clown?
Those. Yeah, that's with Art the Clown. He just acts away. But you know, here's the thing though. Like, now that is violence, like lots of violence, right? And there are people that can't stomach that. You know, like Starman, it's like all-time best story. Even Ryan agrees, and he hates everything.
Original Ultimate X-Men.
Oh yeah, that was bad, especially when Kirkman took over. Oh man, but even like I know people love the Ultimate Universe, but gosh, edginess for the sake of edginess in that Ultimate X-Men. Gag me.
I would have to. I would have to sit down and think about it.
It's got to be some. It's got to be something like
what is
Trouble or Marvel.
Yeah, Trouble was horrible.
Marvel's up there. Ultimates 3. Like Ultimates 3 was horrible. I don't even like the Ultimate Universe, and I saw the disrespect. Like when Oh, never mind. There's a character that's eating another character, and I'm like, what's happening? What is this? Or what happens to one of the characters with the cloak? Like it got so bad that I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Witchblade. Have you read that?
Not the manga.
Read that early this year. Oh, so apparently it's really bad. I mean, I'm glad that I read it because it's just kind of like a story is so horrible. Read it.
That was all Bruce's fault. Bruce sent us every copy of Trouble, the Lux edition that was out there, and we did a book club on it, and we filmed it and we put it on. We put it out there because.
If you don't want to watch it, watch that. If you don't want to read it, watch that.
Yes.
Have you read the Neon Genesis Evangelion manga? Yes. Oh, years and years ago, when I was like, why? I watched the anime. Why would I want to read the manga? And then I read it, and I was like, oh.
And the way that I saw it was the artists. That's how they saw the ending, and I respect that. Anno will be Evangelion to me, though, always. But
yeah,
I do like the introduction of a character in the manga that kind of makes sense. That doesn't show up until the movies, right? The new movies. Ultimatum.
It's kind of like, okay, with Tenchi and all these like alternate universes versions in the manga and the show and all this stuff. I kind of felt like that with Evangelion. It's the same characters. Let's tell a different story.
Yeah.
Kind of
Ultimatum. Okay, Ultimate 3 and Ultimatum really go side by side, though. It's like a nice helping of, I don't know, celery sticks without blue cheese. Talked about Ultimate, but there are people that probably dig it, and it's got pretty artwork, like by who was it? David Finch.
Oh, it was your birthday, Max. And you'll get a version. You'll get a copy of Witchblade Tucker and manga
for my mortal soul.
Channel can find it. Let's see. That was Ultimatum, Omar? You already did that. Okay, wait, where are you pointing? I can't look and read at the same time. Even
Ultimate Spider-Man is overrated. Woo, but them Ultimate Spider-Man people are crazy, man. Y'all buying those things up.
Which Ultimate?
The original.
The original or the new?
Yeah, the original one. I wasn't a fan.
Ultimate. It could be like absolute Batman.
Hey, Omar, I never understood why you're only into collected editions until this week. After reading the first issue of Bug Wars, waiting for the upcoming issue seems so difficult. Yeah, that's Jason Aaron's.
I think I'm enjoying reading. No, I don't think I know. I'm enjoying reading single issues better than collected.
Well, you're fired then.
Because I like that chunk, that 15 minutes of reading the story. I feel it's satisfying.
You can do that with an omnibus too.
You could, but why not just a single issue?
But
I feel the pressure to read more and more when I'm reading it.
The pressure. Rob Liefeld needs to get on mood stabilizers. He's basically the exact DSM-5 example of neurotic narcissism.
Ooh, look at always instigator.
Are you psychoanalyzing Rob Liefeld based on what he says on Twitter, or look, Rob? I actually like his art. To me, he was part of my childhood. I became a man right there with Cannonball when they went from New Mutants to X-Force.
So I became a man.
I became a man with Cannonball.
Yeah, like Cannonball's okay, I guess.
Cable showed up, and I was like, "Yes, sir." Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's so sweet.
It changed the game, but you had to be there, and I get it, right? If you don't understand, you weren't there, but if you were there at that time, and those comics hit when you were in middle school and high school, it was a game changer. Rob is also sometimes out of his mind. Like some of the things that he posts, I'm like, Rob, you forgot that you were a millionaire overnight. That changes you. That, like, if you become a millionaire in your 20s, imagine being 20 years old again and becoming a millionaire. You remember what you were like at 20 years old? Maybe some of you are still 20. But becoming a millionaire in your, like, at that 20 years old is just crazy. Like, I could have, you would be a different person. And I think it really changed the way he saw things. And of course,
you became a man when you watched Cannonball Run.
The original Cannonball Run. Yes, it's great. It's a great movie, man.
Wait. Really quick. Art with Michael. I was there and it was awesome. I
have regrets. It was just a different time, man. Speaking of single issues, I'm curious if you've checked out the new Savage Sword of Conan by Titan. I love it. Yeah, it's actually one of the overviews I'm working on. Hopefully this week coming up is the trade collection of that.
Yeah. Ooh, money doesn't change you; it reveals you.
I like that. Can you send some more my way, Phil? I want to see who the real Omar is.
Oh man. Ultimate Spider-Man is decent, but it suffers the same tropes of the OG run. The artwork shift was pretty jarring too. From
Bagley to Eminem,
I really liked it, but I don't think I would like it now. But when I was in my 20s, I really liked it.
And I see the appeal, but for me, it was a case of been there, done that. I don't need to be retold these stories or modernize like these stories for me. Okay. But I definitely see the appeal. You know, it was a lot of people's first comic book, so there's a lot of nostalgia, which is crazy to say because to me, Ultimate Spider-Man, the original one, is still like modern, but it's not. It's 25 years old. Money will not change me. I already live like I'm rich. I just don't check my. You're irresponsible. That's the difference.
Did you see this? I buy a Liefeld
same. Dude, I'm excited for the Youngblood. I'm excited for the Youngblood Vault edition, dude. There's a certain thing about his art that I dig. Yes, I get it. You know, there's all these tropes about him and pockets and feet. And inconsistency within the same page, which is ridiculous, but I don't know. There's just a certain appeal that I have for his artwork. I really dig it. Like people's hair changing from one side to the other in between like panels.
Here, can you read any Spooky Channels?
I just watched an interview with Jeff Loeb. For all the flack people gave Scott Lobdell, he heaped praise for him helping him build his career on the X titles and diffusing his issues with Bob Harris. Wow. I had no idea.
How about what I don't like in comics? I mean, it's not like a big deal at all. Just I don't like this. I hate turning the book.
Pockets.
No, just turning the book. I hate turning the book. I don't like
that was a 90s thing.
Like it.
You would have in the 90s, it was all over the place.
Okay. Many forgot that Ultimate Spider-Man came out shortly after Chapter 1 by Burns. People were not excited.
That's a good point. Chapter 1 was awful.
Ultimate comics were made in mind for new readers first, and readers as an afterthought. Old readers as an afterthought. And
the point was that it sold. It sold like crazy. It was outselling the 616 universe. And at one time, there were rumors that they were going to do a Secret Wars 3 and make the Ultimate Universe the main universe. Because it was selling that much. There was like that deal with Walmart they had, and just didn't happen.
Portrait pages. Okay, totally agree. I just read Sweet Tooth, and I would skip the issues that were entirely like that.
It was all over the place.
It's not that big a deal. I just don't like it.
In the 90s.
Okay. Look, I agree.
This is a positive, honest community.
Well, I'm being honest. I'm being positive. Is in like it's. I understand it's not that big a deal. I'm just saying I don't like it. The end. I never saw anyone truly analyze art like Jess's reaction of Joe.
He was legit confused. It was the cutest old man moment I've seen him have. He's like, "What?
And
where is his leg?"
Speaking of narcissists, look at Bar. I need to stop being a likable person because people are asking me to leave my house to go hang out with them, and I don't like it.
Are we talking about you, Bar? What the heck are you talking about?
I love it, Bart. Yes, I read it.
She likes Hades.
That was such a good series, and I was so sad it was only 6 issues. I wanted to keep going. Like, I was pleasantly surprised. I just picked up on a whim, and that's what I like to do at comic book shops. And yeah, Bart's recommendation: Disney's Villains Hades series from Dynamite. It's really good.
Omar.
Wish for Omar. Is the Robin 2 Jokers Wild series by Chuck Dixon any good?
Let me give you the pitch. Batman's out of town. The guy that killed Jason Todd has broken out of Arkham Asylum, and the new Robin, Tim Drake, is left alone to face this criminal. What are you going to do? You're going to buy both covers, the holographic hardcover and the standard edition cover. Yeah, I liked it, man. I like it. And Tom Lyle, rest in peace, great artist.
Oh,
very,
I
very
remember,
underrated.
Tina, that at Airplay where the priest turns his magazine to look at the portrait page.
Oh, yeah. Oh, the best joke on that. I need everybody to put their heads between their legs. Your own legs, Father.
Oh my gosh.
I love that movie so much, man.
Let's see. Favorite Disney anime movies from the Renaissance era? Little Mermaid. Little
Oh,
Mermaid.
Renaissance. It's gotta be Lion King. Even though, yeah, I'm a big fan of Kimba.
Annual Vegetable Mineral Man's first appearance is so good. I hope you're doing well, Melanie. No more. Is
that a Chip Zdarsky thing? Sounds like a Chip Zdarsky thing.
Oh. I was never big on turning the book sideways either. Imagine how I felt when I read Court of Owls and I had to keep flipping the book sideways and up and down every other page.
My favorite comment to this day, still on that Court of Owls Absolute or Omnibus, where the book, like people are like, I think my book has a misprint. It's printed upside, that issue where it's printed upside down on purpose. People are like, I think they made a mistake on my printing. But the first Ultimate Spider-Man trade paperback, and I'm mad as I have to buy the second one. The new one is fun. The new one is good. I like it.
Batman Fugitive Omnis fell short for.
You didn't like it? I loved it, man. I thought it was great. Batman's wanted for murder.
Good morning, Tyler. Any updates on Guardians by B&B?
Somebody just mentioned that. It's out of the catalog for now. I'm sure I'll be there. Again.
Dinner's on the table. Gotta run. Have a great weekend, everyone.
You too, Dana. It's good to see you.
I'm really hungry.
Oh,
somebody asked earlier about would you all eat for breakfast? I'm like, oh, now I'm hungry again. Who's got the biggest head, Kingpin, Blob, or Juggernaut?
The biggest head?
Without the helmet. Kingpin's head's kind of tiny compared to his body.
But
I don't know. His head might be huge too. But so
I'm gonna go with the Blob just because Juggernaut has to wear that big helmet.
Yeah, I go with the Blob.
I never see Blob in a hat. So I don't
Blob
know.
in a hat.
Looking forward to Batman Omnis out this year. Same.
Hello.
That's my favorite person on the internet, and Omar doing.
Oh, thank you for the compliment.
What the fudge? Create a quality team of 6 mutants who have never been on a main lead X team. Popular secondary teams like Peter Allen David's X Factor counts. Yes, I'm a monster.
Thank you, John, for the super chat.
A quality team of 6 members that have never been on the X, like a mainline X team.
Here, I'll put up other people's suggestions.
You mean like X Factor? Like I can't use characters that were in an X Factor comic?
Oh, wait, that was the answers for the other question.
John, you need to clarify this question because I'm a little confused. You're saying I can't use characters that were like in X-Force or characters that were in X Factor?
Yeah, you said.
Because I ain't got
never
that.
Been on mainline X-Men team. Popular secondary team like Peter Allen Davis X Factor count.
Yeah, but who the heck is left? I'm gonna have to use some Warlocks, I think. Well, Dupe was in X-Force though, right? He was with the Ecstatic, so I think of like that.
Tiger start with Extreme.
But that's a mainline title, wasn't it? Yeah, I need some clarification, John. Where are you at? You can't just drop a question like that and take off and leave and cross your arms waiting for me to answer. I'm not your puppet, but I can be because I still have to answer this question. I just don't know exactly what you mean.
Let's see. Hey, Omni, sorry for being late. I was at Captain America Brave New World.
Tiger Extreme, the third Summers brother.
It is a step in the right direction for the MCU. Good continuation for the TV show, but not on par with WD and CW. Thank you. Alf was part of the Melmac X-Men team. Wait, so does that mean he's off the table?
Okay, no, okay, go down. Okay, yes, I'm saying that. I made it hard for. Wow. Okay, then I'm gonna go with Extreme. Adam X, the Extreme. I'm gonna go with Sarah Gray, somebody that Claremont wanted to use in X Factor, but was never in the main line. Corsi, Tom Corsi,
80s Falling Angels.
who is dead now. One of the Lobster. The Lobster is still alive. There's 3 right there. Sarah, Tom Corsi, Sharon Friedlander. Who else? There's not that many characters. Fine. Erg from the Morlocks, and Tommy, who is also from. See, I could cheat and go with the Morlocks, but I want to get a little more creative. Matthew that awful Bendis character, Matthew Melanie, was that his name?
Partworks Commentator says no girl, Beak, Glob.
But Beak was in the new X-Men though, right?
Yeah, Stacey X was
So I'm trying to think of like soft serve. That's it, soft serve. There's my 6.
And soft serve is
a woman. I think
that's right or not. Wait, John said soft serve.
Yeah. Where are you at now, John?
Okay, Jack or not?
Serious question.
Thank you.
You're making me hungry, man. Pancakes, waffles, or French toast? Waffles.
French toast.
No, pancakes. Pancakes.
French toast. What about you, Juggernaut?
Yeah, what about you, my friend?
Let's see. How do you say that first name?
Anole, Dust. He was the character in New X-Men. Dust, Adam X, Tommy, Angel, Beak. But see, I think of titles like Young X-Men, and Dust was in that. Now I can stop seeing Blob in random hats in my fedoras. I think he did wear. I think he did wear a fedora at one point.
When we understand you're a content creator, you are a puppet and you will dance when we want to. So dance, monkey, dance.
A monkey!
I've heard that in a long time.
I got a funny story about my ex-wife. You know this one.
Okay.
We were in Florida.
Really, Tina?
We were in South Beach.
Oh, you don't.
And there was a guy that was
the monkey grinder.
Not grinding monkeys. I'm sorry.
The
music box.
Right. Yeah.
And the monkey would dance, but the monkey knew this trick where if you gave him a quarter, he had a little pocket. He had like a little apron on. The monkey would take the quarter and put it in his pocket. It was the most adorable thing ever. My ex-wife, this is how I should have known, handed the monkey a quarter, and the monkey, the guy said, I've never seen him do that. As she's handing him the quarter, he smacks her hand and bites her finger.
Oh my gosh! I
was like, man, that monkey's a good judge of character, better judge of character than I was. Organ grinder.
And John's giving you a compliment. You're one of the few people who could pull it off without cheating.
How would you cheat?
As in, I suppose, looking it up.
Call a friend.
Call a friend. You just did it out of your head. Classic salt and vinegar or sour cream and onion potato chips. I guess classic.
Classic? Yeah. I'm a plain Jane type of dude.
I mean, I like sour cream and onion, but yeah.
Yeah, the monkey tried to warn me. He did, man. He's like, don't trust this woman.
Oh, Matt is confessing after all these years.
You should have thrown a bigger sign at me than that, man.
Was it at an ice cream shop?
I don't know. It was in South Beach. It was in South Beach. I live in South Florida. That monkey's at an ice cream. Organ grinder sounds like an app.
Yeah, sounds like I like baby monkeys.
Oh yeah, Tina doesn't like monkeys.
So yeah.
Monkeys are cute. My mom used to have a spider monkey. She lived in the Amazon.
Has Franklin Richards really been on any X team?
They invited him. And then Dan Slott happened. Blob wore a backwards baseball cap in the profile pic of the Jim Lee trading card. I know, I'm a loser.
No, that's a good tidbit of information.
Did he? Maybe his head ain't that big.
Generation X had Franklin.
Yeah, he was part of the Daydreamers team, right? With Artie and Leech.
You're not dreaming, it's a moon dreamer.
Why does IST not have Secret Wars, the third cover by Ross? Could be sold out, right? Could be sold out. Monkey on his dick. Great food in Tijuana and in Peru, man. Gotta eat what's around.
Day Tripper. That's what I read first 3 pages of. I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna like this.
You need to stop. You need to stop.
That's Generation X and Daydreamers.
Yeah.
Hello, monkeys. Hey, Ibsy. Then Dan Slott happened. The words you never want to hear. I like Dan Slott. How is this a discussion? The biggest head has to be MODOK. Oh, we were given 3 choices, though.
Yeah, only
Kingpin, Blob, and Juggernaut.
Yeah.
Oh, do you know the monkey's name?
My mom's monkeys? Oh, no, I don't know.
I haven't done Students of the Week.
Well, it's too late now.
No, it's not.
Franklin Richards is not currently counted as a mutant. That's what I said. Then Dan Slott happened. But I want to give away spoilers. Only thing worse than then Dan Slott happened is
like Tom King.
Right, hates Tom King because he took his cousin away from his trailer park. When are we gonna see Walt from Walt's Comic Shop again? Oh yeah, he's always welcome on the show. I like talking to those guys.
Oh well, technically Rob didn't say again. Has Walt been on?
Yeah, he's been on before.
Oh, okay.
How can you not like monkeys? They're like hairy mini usses with tails. Yeah. Chinchilada. It's a rat in a wrap. My dad used to like cuy, deep fried guinea pig. It's a delicacy in Peru. Longshot isn't a mutant also. I thought he was in Mojo World. I thought he was.
Have fun, Bar.
Gonna go to real football. I hope. Hopefully not losing or having a tie again. See y'all. Have a great week, everyone. Be good, Bar. The A Tripper's incredible. That's strike 2. She knows. She knows.
Oh. I am a high school English teacher, and I like to announce my students of the week for Navy Days. Micah in Film Studies, I'm proud of you. You've improved your focus, and you're doing a great job. Keep it up. And in second period for creative writing, Autumn, she's a person who has a great amount of perseverance. I'm really proud of her. And in fourth period, there is Axel. You are student of the week for you're a terrific artist and a great writer. So good job. And on Green Days, we've got Aubrey as student of the week in film studies. Aubrey M, for your great Spider-Man art piece. Oh, it's so good. I need to show pictures next week. And in freshman writing, Addison, your student of the week for your great analysis and you're a terrific writer. Keep up the good work. And finally, Halo, your student of the week in English class for your improved focus. And proud of you for working hard. Congratulations, guys.
Congratulations, students. Stay in school. Question about the Avengers. I live in Berkeley, and a used bookstore near me has a ton of floppies from the 90s and early aughts West Coast Avengers. There was also Great Lake Avengers. Yes, there were. Great Lake Avengers was just a mini-series, though. West Coast was the sister title to the Avengers. There were some ups and downs with that series, too. So I hope that answers your question. What, Melanie, I will give up Pumping End League for 2 months if you read Day Tripper. 3 pages.
Just keep on pumping. It's
oh
fine.
My gosh.
Oh, okay. Wait. First 3 pages of Day Tripper are confusing, but you just have to know the main character has a job writing obituaries, and the rest is fantastic. Oh, that sounds interesting.
Oh my gosh. You just
Thank
sold
you.
I'm done. I'm out.
What? That makes that was a good pitch. Good job. Oh, that's sweet.
Well done, kids. Yes, all you children.
I'm really enjoying the current West Coast Avengers, especially Iron Man wearing a little helmet on his little scooter. Beep, beep, out of the way, Iron Man coming through. Is that what it's like? That sounds awesome. Oh, what's his face is writing it, right?
Jen McKay or Steve Orlando?
Well, I like both of them. No. Tree Ant. Mr. Ant.
Mr. Ant. What? Who's Mr. Tree Ant? Melanie, I need some.
He talks like an ant from Lord of the Rings.
Oh, Al Ewing.
Thank you.
He's writing West Coast Avengers?
No, he's writing some Avengers, isn't he?
No, he wrote U.S. Avengers. And
okay, thank you. He wrote an Avengers. All right.
Oh my God, I'm sorry I can't decipher what you're thinking.
Oh, okay. That's a good pitch.
Why are you going up on me like I was supposed to know what you're thinking, man?
I'm so hungry.
Oh,
I can't think of
words. She gets hangry too. Happy Saturday, all. I don't like to be negative, but read Annihilation Omni and thought it was a slog. Could have stopped reading it at any point and never given it a second thought.
There you
Panels
go.
with Pete. That's okay. You don't have to enjoy everything that everyone else does. You are entitled to your opinion, unless it's Starman or Day Tripper. If you ever heard Al Ewing, I've been drunk with Al Ewing, and he's a freaking ant. The way he talks, he sounds like
he's friends with Tarun.
He's a really good dude. I really like him.
Somebody was asking earlier, when is Tarun going to be back on the channel?
Oh, I can always ask her back. Al Ewing is like obsessed with Secret Wars 2. I thought he was making a joke, but he was like, "Oh, I really like Secret Wars 2." It's like, dude, you sound like Alan Moore, like an ant had a kid, and it was you.
It was you.
Yeah, he's an awesome writer, and he's a heck of. I'd love to interview him one day. Maybe that's just the way he sounds when he's drunk. I've never talked to him when he's sober. Maybe he's just like he doesn't even have like a British accent.
Voice. He's like, hello.
Hey, how's it going, Omar? What?
Oh, I don't know. Chris Farley's saying, "Lay off me, I'm starving."
Lay off! It's the woman. It's at the mall. The girls and David Spade is. They're all playing girls. Adam Sandler and. And he's eating something, and
the French fries.
She's like, so
the French fries, right?
Yeah, and he's like, hey, you're gonna share some. Get off me! I'm starving. That's you, dude. Dude, my brother's got to see her like when she was like, she snapped at us because we were trying to find somewhere to eat, and she was like, just pull over at that Subway. My brothers were like, "Dude, what's wrong?" And I'm
And
like,
what important fact are you leaving out of the story?
You weren't pregnant, baby.
I was after being pregnant, though.
Oh, after being pregnant.
Like, it took years. That really messes with your body creating a human being, okay?
I want to start collecting Omnibus. Where should I start? Who's your favorite character? Or what series are you, or
I'll look for
team are you interested in?
Your answer to that, and then we can continue by recommending you something. And Talk Sounds asking, where do I start reading DC Rebirth era?
Start with the actual Rebirth one-shot. But I strongly recommend Superman. I think it's phenomenal. Superman is probably one of the best by Peter Tomasi. Action Comics is a lot of fun. Goes back to the basics of just Superman. People really love, everyone except for Ryan Wilson, I think, loves the Tom King Batman. I thought it was just okay. And what's another good Rebirth? Oh my gosh, Wonder Woman's phenomenal.
We need to...
It's not what's his face. It's what's his nut. What's his
Arriba
Peru.
What's up on the schedule for this week?
I don't know what's up on this. Tomorrow there's going to be a
what's up on this channel
there's an overview on one of the DC Finest books this afternoon. Tomorrow is breaking news in the morning. Tonight on Patreon, and then I think it's going to be the Smurfs overview, the Smurfs archives, which, oh my gosh, I've been wanting to talk about Smurfs forever. So they're finally coming out with bigger, beautiful books. Paper Cuts is. Monday will be my overview of the Black Panther by Reginald Hudlin in the morning. At 2 p.m. live is my interview with Matt Wakeham, who did the Fu Action. That's at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And then in the afternoon will be my overview of I Hate Fairyland. Tuesday will be another breaking news and Marvel breaking news. And then the Marvel trades. And then I'll be on Old Reader, New Reader on Tuesday talking about Bendis. That's at 8 p.m. Bendis Malev Omnibus Volume 1 of Daredevil. Wednesday, maybe that's when I'll do the Ghost Machine breaking news. And the overview of Batman Nightfall Volume 2, Omnibus Volume 2. And Thursday, I'm not quite sure what's going to be up on Thursday. It'll be something, but my brother's having surgery that Thursday, so I'll be gone on Thursday and Friday. So Dom's doing an interview that afternoon. I can't remember with who, though. I feel bad now. I can't remember. And then Friday is the upcoming DC solicitations. Yeah, for the month of May, I believe. Breaking news, Immortal X-Men.
Norrin saying hi.
Hey, Norrin, how are you?
And Carl says, I'm still waiting for the exclusive Absolute Batman Year 2 signed by
Man,
Omar.
if that ever happens, that would be awesome, brother.
New Smurfs movie coming out. It's back to modern day times for a third time.
I haven't seen any of those.
Right. I was like, we were talking about it earlier. Have you read any of Segura's new Dick Tracy?
I did, dude. It's good. It's different, you know. Chester Gold's, those are classics, right? Like legit. That is the definition of a classic comic strip. Can't wait for Wednesday's Ghost Machine news. Yeah, I'm really excited that I get to talk about stuff like that. And hopefully work a little closer with Image Comics this year.
Ken is enjoying the current Superman and Super Family titles in Dawn of DC Superman, Action Comics, Batman Superman, World's Finest, plus Absolute Superman.
Are you enjoying Absolute Superman?
Oh, that's awesome. Does anybody remember?
What is this? FMK? Hefty, Handy, Smurfette, Papa, and Clumsy? This isn't the AMA, John.
That episode of the Smurfs where, like, it ends with Papa Smurf yelling at them, and they were like, "Yes, Papa Smurf," and it was just very depressing. It was the end, and then it went na 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 na. That.
This is how your memory works.
Yeah. What are the best Spanish comics?
Condorito. That was the one that I grew up reading.
Question Omnibus reading order.
Eternaught is probably the answer, though.
What's the best way to read the Van Omnibus series from that to the final battle against Null? Unless Kate is still making Venom comics.
He's not. There is a Van Omnibus by Donny Cates. That's what you need. That's what you need. Okay.
Speaking of Chris Farley, how are you, Adam? Did you guys see Z2 put out a graphic novel bio co-written by Kevin Farley by Chris and called
It's called Growing Up Farley. Yeah, I saw that in my solicitations and I forgot to check it out. I love that guy. Farley was a funny dude, gone way too soon.
He was asking a top 5 Smurfs.
Why you wax on? I love Cobra Kai. I'll wax on, wax off. Top 5 Smurfs. Oh, you want to know? Okay, Smurfette. Grumpy Smurf. I think he's my spirit animal. I always wanted to beat up Brainy Smurf, so not him. Who else do I like? I like the Chef Smurf. That guy, he's pretty cool. Jungle Smurf. That dude is awesome. Oh, who were the characters that were introduced later on? Hefty. Hefty's cool. Hefty's cool. He's got a tattoo. It says mom on it with a heart. Is that right? Is that what he's got? I can't remember.
Yeah, didn't he have a heart with an arrow? I don't think it said
it was a tattoo though. And the Snorks. Hank Azaria as Gargamel was the only good thing about those live action Smurf movies I did not know.
Is that why you said Cobra Kai?
Yeah, he said waxing on.
I took it as like you just kept talking.
Yeah, I was. And then I was reminded of wax on, wax off. Thank you. Calimán, el hombre increíble. ¿Cómo estás tú, hermano?
No love for Grumpy Surf.
No, Grumpy, I said, was my spirit animal, didn't I? Random Smurf 1 through 5 are my favorites. They're unsung heroes. Any idea or prediction on the Fantastic Four by Dan Slott omnibus would come out? Speaking of Dan Slott, I'm also curious about New Mutants Omnibus Volume 4. No predictions, no idea, I'll be honest. And I couldn't say anything anyway because I signed an NDA until it gets approved by Marvel Legal. I would love to see an overview on the channel of the Farley book.
Oh, yeah.
I need to. That's my problem. Sometimes there's just so many books and I forget. Dom interviewing Omnidog. No, like a creator.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm going back through the chat to look for that one person whose name starts with a G.
Oh, that
favorite character.
Yeah,
but I'm not
a good idea.
seeing it. So the person who asked about where to start collecting Omnis, if you could write again, who's your favorite character? Let's see. I just bought the last of the Dan Slott FFOHC, so Omnis should be coming soon.
That's how it's done. That's how it's done.
Well, let's see. Isaiah Bradley, coach Miss Marvel's Young Avengers team.
Oh man, I love that. That might have been my favorite thing about Cap. I love that actor. They had to put with the main Smurf cast and their antics while they just walked around on the background.
Ah, gotcha. Omar, I read recently that when John Byrne came back as a writer to the X-Men, he wanted to do a Second Mutant Massacre. Have you heard that before?
No.
Do you know more about it?
When did he come back as a writer? Is that when he did the not Elsewhere? That's his own little thing. What is that book called? Gosh dang it, Melanie. Not Children of the Atom. X-Men. What the heck? Anyway, Hidden Years. That's what it's called. I don't know why I was looking back there. It's on back there.
Let's see. This person is almost done reading my first Omni ever. Jason Aaron's Thor 1. Pretty cool stuff. So much art packed in a book. God Killer, though, was miles ahead of the rest.
God Killer was awesome.
Congratulations.
It was like heavy metal. Hidden Years.
Let's see. So, also, is Jason Aaron's Thor run good all the way through? I've heard some people say it has ups and downs, but I like the little I've seen of it.
I liked a lot of it. And he's teamed up with some great artists. His name is Grouchy, not Grumpy. Grumpy was the dwarf, wasn't it? Grouchy, that's him.
Yeah.
I like that dude. He did a few immediately after Claremont left. I thought he just scripted. Didn't he just script like Scott Lobdell's plots? Or no, Jim Lee's plots. He came in as a scripter. Also, when is the 2025? March.
Let's see. Good afternoon. Can you please upload more comic suggestions, especially indies? So, yeah, he uploads like twice a day.
Do more.
Do 3 a day.
My Hidden Gems is coming this February. I got to film it. I picked 5 books. I do love just going to my shelf and randomly picking, and I'm like, why do I still own this book? Let's reread it.
Mojo Rising.
Yes.
If you like convoluted stories, then yes.
Yeah, you're throwing.
I wasn't that big a fan of it.
Yeah, she didn't like it. I liked it.
Because with stories like that, I really want to connect with the characters. That's fine. It's confusing. It could be convoluted, but I just didn't really like any of the characters. And I didn't really like Death. We did a book club on it.
Oh yeah, that's right.
a
You
while
got a
ago,
Patreon
and
book club.
I
didn't you?
wanted to know what happened, so I flipped through the rest of it. So I mean, I was engaged that much. But yeah, Omar really likes it, and a lot of other people really like it too.
I need to get back to my dread reading, man. What do you say? Any chance? No, man, you already got your Phoenix 3. You made that happen. No more. Well, no,
really?
Wetworks would be great.
Really?
What?
Phoenix 37?
Yeah.
Since when?
Since I announced. Do you even near mint?
When did you announce it?
Like a month ago?
Congratulations! Yay!
It's
it
called
happened!
The Death and Return of Jean Grey
Woohoo!
Omnibus, I think.
Yay! You're welcome.
Shout out to the Power Ranger comics. Yeah.
Thank you for the super chat.
I'm a big fan. I guess we'll see how the relaunch goes.
I think I dreamed about that last night. Weird. I dreamed about reading the Power Rangers comics, like I swear. Weird. Do you know the anime, The Promised Neverland? It has a manga series. Can you do an overview of it?
My daughter and I did an overview of the box set. I like it. It gets repetitive, but I liked it.
Phoenix 4.
Quentin Quire. Oh gosh.
Is X-Men: The Hidden Years any good?
No.
Okay.
I'd rather. I would have loved to have seen a First Class get collected with Hidden Years. That was what's his name, Jeff Parker. That's an excellent series, but Hidden Years just it didn't do anything for me. You upload 50 times a day plus one live stream every day, and video essays and YouTube shorts.
Yeah.
Video essays.
I know you're not really into Miller, but
I'm not.
would you recommend his Magic Order Deluxe HC?
It's beautiful artwork. It's got Olivier Coipel. Did I get that right? Where's my dude? French guy. Alex. And Stuart Eminem on art. Beautiful art. It's if you like his stories that are edgy and bad A, yeah, you'll like it. Seriously. I didn't know. Oh, my overview was filmed like a month ago. I haven't released it yet. I need to fix that. Her John Byrne would only take on X-Men books after Claremont left if he had complete control of the art and writing. That's why he was there. Yeah, he was only there to do script, and that was it. Then he took off.
Why does CGN not list Hickman's House of X and Powers of X hardcover reprint?
It's in December. It's not in the catalog yet. It's not in the catalog at all, and it's not solicited. They have to wait for solicitations to list it.
By the way, I love an omnibus run by Cates. Is there a sequel to the story, preferably a trade or an Omni?
There is a Venom series that's done by Al Ewing, Ramby, and Torun Grumbeck that I find fascinating, but some people don't. Holding out for that. Yeah, me too, man. The True Hidden Years 2.5. I pray that we get an announcement or a reprint for Nick Bradshaw's Spider-Gwen. I have Miles and Spider-Man. Now I just need Gwen. Make sure you vote in April, I think is when I do that.
Bye, Jaggernaut.
Be good, buddy.
Has there been any movement in an Aliens versus Predator Omni happening soon? Thanks.
I can't. One of those things, but never mind. I can't say anything. Howdy, Melanie and Omar.
Hey, Cult Dog, how are you?
But no, to answer your question, Aliens versus Predator.
I have one.
Yes.
OSC X-Men First Class. Awesome artwork of Roger Cruz.
I'm not even the biggest fan of Roger Cruz. He was a big swipe guy. Swiped a lot of artwork from Joe Mad, and I think he kind of made his own style eventually. He was okay, but I do like that story. I do like First Class a lot.
Let's see. Saturday morning fans hoping we get an Invaders epic this year.
Yeah, we got an omnibus, right? I'm surprised we didn't get one of those.
Oh, can you?
Marvel are teasing resurrecting Gwen Stacy again, but what if it's Mexican Gwen Stacy? Very nice, huh? Hope y'all have a great weekend. You as well.
Here, let me give a gift. Yeah, thank you very much for the super chat.
Thank you for the super chat, yes.
And someone swiped from Joe Mad.
What a loser. Yeah, dude, and Joe Mad called him out again in was it issue 325? I think there's a character that's reading in the subway, and the newspaper heading was Cruz swipes again. I was like, oh, I see what you did there, Joe Mad. When are we getting another Most Wanted poll? When can I feel the sweet feeling of democracy? I want to get democracy's on that high. That I think we're all doing that in April. I think is when we're going. The live stream will be this Tuesday or Monday at 2 p.m. It's my interview. And then 8 p.m. No, I'm back on Tuesday at 8. Oh my gosh, there's a live stream every day. I'm back on 8 p.m. Eastern time for Old Reader, New Reader, Daredevil by Bendis and Malev, Omnibus Volume 1. And then at 8 p.m. reviewing the new Spider-Man show with Amanda and Reels Talk at 8 p.m. on Wednesday. During your overview of Far Sector, I wasn't familiar with the book, and Kay Jemison is a great sci-fi writer. I've heard she's a great sci-fi writer. I enjoyed Far Sector for what it was. I like when it's a brand new character, it's a brand new sector of we don't know anything about. And oh my gosh, Jamal Campbell's artwork, it's phenomenal.
Can you do a Supergirl reading order?
I could one day. I need to put the poll up for the reading order between Avengers and I think Wonder Woman is what I'm going to do. More Jeff Parker in omnibus format. Fact. Why didn't do a Red Hulk, She-Hulk by Parker this month? Captain America. I don't know. Oh, because they don't really communicate with the studios, right? Like the studios don't tell them like, hey, we're going to do this.
Do you put Shang-Chi in the reprint poll or because of the legal stuff you leave it out?
I don't know. Let me ask Tiger Eyes.
That's Tiger Eyes.
You should know the answer. I don't know. I think we did, didn't we? I did. I got an so I used to review manga for a magazine, and Viz sent me an early copy of Ultimo. They made a big deal about it, as you do, right? It's Stan Lee. Stan Lee writing his first manga. It was okay. What about that one time Byrne aped Liefeld and mocked the crap out of him? When was this? What was it specifically, John? Still hoping for a Defenders or Mickey Mouse reading order. Mickey Mouse? I don't have any of those books, really. Thanks to one of your Hidden Gem videos, I've been reading She Could Fly by Christopher Cantwell. Oh, it's so good. I like that book. There's only two volumes, I think.
You say that, but we got a Morbius omnibus around when that movie.
I know. Sometimes I remember David telling me the story of how some of these things happen. Like they were already. Remember, like he told me.
I was gonna say I can back up, like he said, yeah, but they don't communicate.
They don't tell them anything.
A couple of years ago, they didn't.
So for that She-Hulk, they were gonna do the John Byrne She-Hulk, and then the TV show was announced. So Dan Slott happened to be walking by David's office, and he was like, "Hey, Dan, we're gonna do an omnibus of your She-Hulk," and he was like, "Oh, cool." That's how that happened. It was just happenstance, right? May enjoy Seven Samurai. Seven Samurai is a classic. It's long though. It's like 3.5 hours long.
Oh wow. Let's see. Late to the Epic collection party, trying to get Punisher and Epics. Most are out of print.
Well, the good thing about the Punisher Epics is that there's only 5 of them, I think. 5? Yeah, there's only 5 of them. And unfortunately, I hope they start making some more. That would be cool. She Could Fly has 3 volumes. Fortunately, they're still easy to find, so I have them all. That's right, 3 of them. Yeah, that's great.
In the near future, if we get a Defenders announcement, do you guys think it should be a TV series like the original or a film?
Do you want the street level Defenders or you want the classic Defenders with Doctor Strange, Silver Surfer, the Hulk, and Namor? Because that would be a movie. Circle Blood is in print. That's about it. That's the one that you all voted for the reprint.
Logan hasn't seen Captain America 4 yet, and so didn't watch Reels Talk. Can you give us your spoiler-free opinion on it? Well, you haven't done the Reels Talk yet.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, you did?
Last night.
That was last night. Oh, I was working. Never mind. Earlier somebody asked about Valentine's Day. I was grading, and you were doing Reels Talk.
We were both
working. Tomorrow we'll go out for dinner.
It was okay. If you like Falcon Winter Soldier, the TV show, it's that kind of level of entertainment. There's some fun things in it. Some pretty fun fights, and then some lame ones that they just keep using the same kind of technique over and over. There's a nice cameo, but I don't
street level Defenders.
Street level, okay. I don't think my favorite cameo is the same as everybody's favorite cameo that was in that movie. Sounds okay. Street Level Defenders, then that's a TV show. Yeah.
Okay. Any buzz on an Operation Galactic Storm Omni?
Nope. I remember bringing that up to David when they did the Gatherers Omnibus. I was like, we need an Operation Galactic Storm in oversized hardcover one day. And he was like, well, maybe one day.
Do you know that Amanda Conner is working on a DC compact comic called Harley Quinn Wild at Heart?
No, I did not.
Cool. I was talking about when Byrne mocked.
Oh, that's right.
But that slot story was cool too.
Aquaman or Namor? Who do you think is cooler? Peter David's Aquaman. And a freaking harpoon, man, and a beard. And
Namor has tight
jeans.
What do you call it? Panties? Who do you think
Namor wears panties?
What is it called?
Swimming trunks?
But they're not trunks. Trunks to me come
swimming
down.
Shorts, swimming panties.
There you go.
Omar, who do you think
should play Black Canary?
Dinah Lance or Diana Drake in the deep? Dinah. And I actually like that lady that played. She is a very good looking lady that played her in the movie, even though I didn't like the movie. He keeps saying fun, but his face doesn't agree.
Can I read Death of Spider-Man by Bendis Omni after Ultimate Spider-Man Volume 4 without getting confused?
Yeah.
Which Moon Knight Omni is the best?
The easiest way to get into Moon Knight is Jed McKay's run. The best, it's all subjective, but my favorite era of Moon Knight is probably that Chuck Dixon run. But the first one is solid too. The one with Doug Mensch and Bill Sienkiewicz.
Thank you, Kenneth. He just went around in his lace panties, cheekily winking at everything. Namor, I guess. Namor is just angry. He's just an angry person.
Well, yeah. He was homeless for like 40 years. People forgot he was a hero until the Human Torch. Wait, look. We could shave his beard with my fire. Oh my gosh, it's that hero.
That happened.
That villain.
Is there so many? There are so many new Omnis. Will there be more reprints and new books from classic books? Avengers Volume 6 and Thor Omni Volume 2 and 3 reprints?
They want. So I know I have shared this, but just in case you didn't hear this in the past, future volumes aren't selling as well as they used to. They're back to the numbers before the pandemic. So volumes 2 and 3 and 4 of something really, really depend on pre-orders. So I'm not joking when I'm like, pre-order, like, because they really look at that. They look at pre-order numbers. But unfortunately, they just don't sell as well. That's why you saw Captain Marvel, the original, the early years, volume 2. The name changed to Captain Marvel, The Death of Captain Marvel Omnibus. So, but yes, a pandemic.
And Punch Mike said, nah, them's the Namor panties from now on.
So I think more reprints will come, but right now they're focusing on new books. The polls will go live April. They'll go live in April. You'd be flat. You'd be angry too. He had a flat head.
He's not a hero in Avengers Omnibus Volume 1.
No, he is not.
Yeah, I never think of him as. I just think I was angry. So when Namor forgot he had powers, did he think the wings on his ankles were just a quirky little birthmark or something?
It wasn't really thought out. Viva Peru carajo! Rucka's Queen and Country is out of print. There are 4 volumes of his Queen and Country. I have the softcover. I never did get the hard. I'm surprised they haven't reprinted that. No one talks about Queen and Country really, and I think 2 of the volumes are out of print. I'm really considering getting into Kanto. Do you know how long Dark Horse keeps the hardcovers in print? Dark Horse doesn't believe in reprinting those hardcovers, so they're just like, yeah. Once it goes out of print, it'll be out of print. Unfortunately, I don't know when, because like some of the Hellboy stuff is still in print, and it's only had like 1 print run. Thank you, Kenny. Remember to stay minty. Oh, we're about to wrap up, actually. Thank you all so much for watching. Smash that like button on the way out. Check out cheapgraphicnovels.com. They're currently having a big sale. I will be back on the live stream Monday, 2 p.m. Eastern time. Tuesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And then back next Saturday.
Book clubs tomorrow.
Yep.
Iron Man Demon in a Bottle at 2 p.m. Eastern Time via Zoom through Patreon.
Yep. That's it, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a wonderful, wonderful week if I don't see you again. Bye-bye.
Stay minty.